Star Trek is a show that emphasizes negotiation over fighting, cooperation over belligerence, and moral questions that the captain has usually only a split second to settle or face dire consequences. All were present in the Season 4 premiere of Strange New Worlds. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. By now, we know the characters, how they work together, and what their talents are. Very little of the episode needed to explain that. In its place, we meet two new species in conflict with each other. Pike invites one of the captains on board and attempts to explain the Federation's values. However, Captain Cassell counters with sound reasoning for the conflict and points back at Pike with, "Wouldn't you do the same thing if you were in my situation?" It's a classic Trek theme that even monsters can turn out to be reasoned with and may have reasonable motivations to do what they do. Remember, for instance, the Horta from the original series. This turns the tables on Pike, who has been struggling with misfortunes in his recent past, such as losing his true love, Captain Patel, as well as the knowledge of his future, attempting not to give Cassell full disclosure. It doesn't matter that we know from the outset that the Enterprise and its crew will be okay. The real story is how Pike can persuade a new race to trust him and to trust the values of the Federation. We also see the bridge crew do things that make you believe that their individual talents and abilities are absolutely crucial to the mission. Number 1 shows her command abilities to the best we've seen so far. Nan shows strength in the same way Alex Karras did when he KO'd a horse at Blazing Saddles. Spock comes up with a solution to save the ship. Uhura shows how she can recalibrate the universal translator for a completely new and strange language. And Dr. M'Benga shows a unique perspective on the whole adventure. Scotty gets everything repaired in record time, and Peli, while not acting very much as an engineer in this episode, makes another reference to traveling with Doctor Who. Both legacy franchises, by the way, have attempted over the years to do some kind of crossover episode, but legal issues and other things have always seemed to prevent that. So it doesn't look like that's ever going to happen. There are, in fact, some timey-wimey elements to the story, including a bootstrap paradox, but it's not the first time Star Trek has dealt with paradoxes. In Star Trek IV, for instance, Kirk's glasses are sold to the antique store that McCoy gives him centuries later for his birthday. Earlier in the original series episode, Gary 7, for instance, Kirk and the Enterprise were part of history. In a funny scene in Deep Space Nine where Sisko is interviewed by Starfleet's Temporal Investigation Division, he's asked if in his unintentional time travel, if he was in a time loop that he was meant to go into the past. Sisko says no. They say, good, we hate those. So what happened? Sisko says, that'll take some time. Was that a joke? No. Good, we hate those too. The title of the episode refers to what has been termed the Martian Grand Canyon. It was discovered by a surveyor vessel years and years ago. The largest canyon in our solar system, they estimate. It's approximately twice the length and depth of the largest canyon on Earth, the Grand Canyon, and serves, among other things, as a metaphor for Pike's attempts to reach out to Cassell and ultimately save millions of lives. In my opinion, if all of Season 4 episodes are like this, it's going to be must-see TV. So we recommend this episode and those to follow. We'll be back on Tuesday with another episode review of Farscape, and we won't have Professor O next week. He's going to be off, but we will be back